And welcome on in, everybody. It's Frogman here, King Pepe II, bringing you the latest in the new Brown Dust 2 update with the lovely and very, very voluptuous Olivier. But before we head into things, I know this is not something that even I was very stunned and shocked at what happened, with the situation here. So before we hop into it, I know it was very shocking, and I just couldn't honestly believe it. But before we hop into it, like subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you're new to my channel, welcome on in. And if you like to receive more Brown 2 news, any guides, gameplay, etc., I got you covered. But with that being said, let's hop into it. Okay. So normally I would start off by just hopping straight into the content and getting right into it, right? However, there is something I do have to address because I think this is honestly very important, especially for anybody new to Brownness 2 and was looking for basically a very uncensored, very goated game, right? Now, I'm going to discuss it, okay? So just please listen because this is something you want to hear, okay? And for anybody that's also new into the game, let me just explain this, okay? So I know, like I said, this is not something that I myself wanted to even have in this video, but it was very much necessary to do so. But if you want to, skip ahead into like the roles and everything, just, go right ahead and just skip to me pulling for, Olivier and testing her out because that's normally what I do with these videos, okay? But let me just discuss it. I'll have also, timestamps in this video as well down below. So if you want to find it easier, I got you guys covered with that, okay? But I would honestly take a listen to this for anybody new and doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so let's bring up the news for this. Okay, so let me read it and then I'll discuss. So on February 26th, Google Play Games PC, hereafter GPG, the PC platform for Brownless 2, oh my god, I can't talk. Has transitioned to its official release. In line with this change, the game launch method has also been updated. Okay. So, as a result, support for the previous legacy standalone PC launcher has ended. Going forward, you'll need to launch Brownless 2 through GPG to use all features without issues. Okay, so in case you guys don't know, the standalone PC launcher is the current launcher that they have on their official Discord channel that you could play with Google or, oh my god, not Google, which you can play for Windows and also Linux, okay? That's what they're talking about. That's what the PC launcher standalone was, okay? So what you need to do to correctly launch the method: completely uninstall the existing Brownless 2 PC clients, open Google Play Games on your PC, search for Brownless 2 and reinstall. Here's the link to it, okay? Important, after installation, please open the GPG launcher first and start the game by clicking play inside the GPG app. If you launch the game using the old desktop launcher icon or start it without going through GPG, the Google payment module won't load properly and purchases will be unavailable. Please make sure to always launch Brown Dust 2 via GPG. In case you guys don't know, this is what they mean by the GPG. So if you want to, now, before you do this, before you, decide to uninstall, your standalone, hear me out first, okay? Just hear me out. Don't uninstall it. Just hear me out. But this is the GPG version of the game. So you see where it says install on Windows. But, in order for you to do this, it says Google Play Games on PC is required to install this game on Windows by downloading the app and the game you agree to so-and-so terms, okay? That's what it says. Now, let me read it first, okay? So, basically the old desktop launcher icon, which is basically down here, you see on my taskbar, this is it, correct? Now, I am actually playing the game on the launcher, on the old, you know, PC client here. Okay, the standalone. I'm playing it currently right now. Okay, this is why I said just hold on, don't uninstall it yet. Okay, so if you okay, so if you try to launch the game from the legacy PC launcher installed on your desktop, the game may still start, but you'll see a pop-up and purchases may not work correctly. Okay? So basically meaning that if you go into, like, let's go to the premium shop, right? So let's say if you want to buy something here, I believe this is actually what it's referring to. Correct? So you're gonna have an issue where I believe the game closes out or something like that, right? Now, if you're just waking up and you're wondering why am I seeing this Google Play Games notice, right? Okay, let me explain. So this is actually what you first see when you're on, like, the standalone, which is what I'm using, correct? So every time you log in, this message pops up. So it says, for a more stable experience, please relaunch the game via the Google Play Games on PC. Selecting restart will relaunch the game through the Google Play Games PC client. If you choose continue, you can play the game, but in-app purchases will be unavailable. Okay, so if you basically press continue, you can still play it on the standalone launcher. Okay, like you can still play it, right? But like it says, you won't be able to have access to the in-game, purchase method itself. Now, the web shop, okay? Now, I actually tested it out on the web shop on their official site here, okay? Now, mind you, this is completely separate from the Google, okay? It actually is. And did it work? Yeah, it worked. I didn't buy, obviously, a expensive one. It was the 99-cent one. But yeah, I did buy it on the web shop, and you see your web shop attendance reward has arrived, okay? So it works on the web shop, okay, which is normally if I want to buy something, that's where I go because I get mileage points in return for it, which I can, like, add up. And then if I really want to spend something, like let's say I go a little crazy, the points I save up, I can use those points to purchase it without spending a dime. That's how it works with the web shop, okay? So the web shop payment method still works, okay? Until I say otherwise in another video, or in case you guys see an in-game notice about something, the web shop still works for the, the launcher itself for the PC, okay? So, select continue. You can play the game, but all purchase features will be restricted. So select restart. The game will close and automatically relaunch via Google Play Games. So basically, it'll take you here, okay? If GPG is not installed, the same message will continue to appear, so please install GPG first. To avoid purchase issues and ensure smooth gameplay, we kindly ask that you uninstall the existing client and reinstall the launch the game through GPG. Okay, so, and then this is where it says important notes about your payment accounts. With the full transition to GPG, the payment account information previously under settings info has been removed. Purchases will now use the Google account currently signed in to the GPG launcher. If you'd like to use a different payment account, please switch to the desired Google account in GPG before making a purchase. This is a required system update to align with Google's changes on PC, and we sincerely appreciate your understanding of the inconvenience this may cause. We're also preparing improvements to help minimize disruption and make the experience smoother. We'll share an update as soon as it's ready. We'll continue doing our best to provide a more stable and comfortable experience in the updated GPG environment. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, don't uninstall. Okay, don't install. Okay, just yet. Let me read also what I was trying to dig up with this because, like I said, this was just an out of the pocket sort of like situation happening. And obviously, yes, the subreddit community was very, very pissed off. And like myself, yeah, it's frustrating because here we had, all this drama in the beginning of the year, right? And then this happens again. But, hold up. So, the reason why I'm saying this is because of this. So, I'm going to show you guys something on their official Discord. Now, I could show you this, obviously, because it's their official Discord, and there's nothing to hide. This is literally something that was discussed, that is addressed, okay? Even in their live stream, that was covered, okay? So it was the trivia Q&A. Now, the reason why I didn't cover the Q&A in my video when I did it was because it was very, very long, and their Q&As go on for a long time, okay? So let me read what they did say though. Okay. So I'm gonna bring it up here. You can see it for yourself. So it's actually the second one right here. Correct. This is actually something they did discuss even on their live stream. They did discuss this. Okay. So Gloopy Live 2026 February trivia Q&A. So Dev's final stance on censorship. They will maintain the core of the game, fan service, without following the mainstream. Yes, goated. Thank you. And then the second one, working on their own PC service, launching on their third anniversary with multiple login options in regional direct shops. Okay. So even though that game notice says, to uninstall it, right? And to stop using the basically the launcher that they have on their official Discord channel, which if you go here, it says PC download and it actually shows you, this is for Linux, and then this is for the actual Windows, right? Which is what I use. But like I said, I downloaded mine a long time ago when they had it on their official site at the time, the PC installer. And then this is the new method right here, okay? And this link takes you to where I showed you, okay? But before you do that, okay, the thing is, and I'm going to show you it too, okay? I'm going to show you it, so give me a moment to bring it up. So I was asking about this currently with the mods, and this was actually on their dev notes. Like, well, the dev notes on their official site, okay? But this was like, okay, so you see how it says question, so this is like the 22nd question, right? Okay, so let me read it. Then, how will PC platform support be handled moving forward? Okay, so it says, we are preparing to launch our own PC service instead of releasing the game on Steam. And we have no plans to pursue a Steam release during the lifetime of Brown Dust 2. Okay, smart move, right? Please be advised that regarding our standalone PC service, certain regions have specific rating regulations for PC games. Since the rating results in these regions could potentially impact the operation of the mobile version, the standalone PC service may not be available in such areas. As the Google PC version operates under mobile app policies, it'll operate separately from the standalone PC version. We are taking measures to ensure that the standalone PC version will have access to the current data in the server. Okay. So, from what I gathered here, and from what I also have read, right? To my understanding, there are some players out there that currently are having some issues with the GPG, as well as the current standalone launcher, which is, what I'm using. The reason is because, and they even specify here, it says, please be advised that regarding our standalone PC service, certain regions have specific rating regulations for PC games, right? So, most likely, it's because of this that people can't sign in or are having crashes. Maybe it could be the issue. Like I said, this might be the issue for players that obviously, in other regions, that have PC regulations that are like basically heavily censored. I don't know. That's the only thing that I could think about when I was looking more into this. But I mean, if there is another reason for this, feel free to say in the comments below. But like, that's what I'm gathering from this. Now, I'm very lucky and fortunate that, it works still over here, where I live. But others weren't so lucky with it, you know. Um Now as for the Google PC version, now I don't use GPG, okay? Like, it's available for me, but I don't use it because, Google and their policies and all that censorship BS. That's why I don't use it, okay? Um now this is a question now for like, is the standalone PC version currently that we have right now, is that going to stop updating now too? Now, they did state that yes, eventually it is going to. So who knows? Like, this update that just happened currently might be the last time they update it. Who knows? We don't know until it actually, until something actually happens where it says something when you choose to log in through, the launcher. that they have for the standalone PC version, then we won't know for sure. Like, if it doesn't start up, is what I'm saying, you know? So, this is why I said, if you want, now, there could be some risk in this now, okay? It could be. I don't know. But the thing is, looking at it right now with it, are you risking your account having some issues then in the future if you choose then to use the GPG instead of doing it right this instant? I don't know. That's literally the risk that you're taking if you're going to stick with the current launcher, right? Now, it only really states that it's affecting the payment methods. It doesn't really state anything else, you know? Yeah, and they are saying we are taking measures to ensure that the standalone PC version will have access to the current data in the server. So they did say this. This is something it's stated right here. You're looking at it, right? But I don't know, because they did say that, their PC launcher, support has ended, in their current dev notes right now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so even though I can play the game and it looks fine, it's still somewhat of a risk that I even feel myself, you know? But it's like, until we get to, their third anniversary, it's like, because that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm a little nervous with it. I could be thinking too much into it. But I just wanted to state this for anybody that is, currently using the standalone version that I'm using. Okay, that's just something I wanted to state, to kind of make sense of it all. That it is available, yes. Are you maybe risking some issues here and there with performance? You might be, right? Are you in danger of losing your information on your account? I don't think it's gonna be to that extent, but like I said, there won't be any news on this until their third anniversary, which is obviously, in June this year, right? And they most likely won't even talk about it. Who knows? They might even talk about it in the next live stream that they have, which, shouldn't be too far off, right? But, yeah, so this is what's going on, guys. I felt like this needed to be said before I got into the, actual polls and everything. But, yeah, I mean, this is somewhat of a bummer. Like, for real, it is. Never really, thought about waking up to this and being like, damn, dude, like, now we have another issue that I have to worry about. But as of right now, if you want to purchase things on the actual standalone PC launcher, you can through the web shop. Like I said, I tested it out literally not long ago. But you can't make payment methods through the in-game, through in-game, okay? But yeah, so hope this helped you out with in at least figuring out some things with it until they do actually have their own PC launcher itself, and it's separate from everything, payment methods, censorship, guideline bullshit. So yeah, so until then, guys, we have about was it March, April, May, so we got like about 3 months before I'm sure they'll be like having their own live stream discussing the announcement of their official launcher itself and everything. So there you have it. There's the latest, and I'm pretty sure that covered it regarding that. But yeah, so we're just gonna have to wait and see, guys. But as of right now, let's hop then into the polling, okay? And what is going on over here with this? Give me a moment. Yeah, okay. But let's do the polls, okay? So I'm gonna do my polling, and we're gonna test her out, right? And then we'll look a little bit into the new updates here, okay? Discuss them, and that'll be the video, okay, guys? So yeah, I know it's like this one hell of a place to start the video itself, right? Not something I was personally like, it was like, I'm trying to say, it wasn't something I was personally thinking about when I woke up. Because when I woke up, I was like, okay, let me make the video. Let me get my girl Olivia here, right? My MILF, right? And start playing. And then it happened to be like, what? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So, I know. It's crazy, but look, just support the devs in at least having them, like, because we want to believe that this PC launcher is going to be successful with Browners too. Like, they're going to have their own, very own launcher, right? And everything. And all payment methods are going to be through their, you know, their store still and everything like that. So I know 3 months is a little bit of a ways for us. Yes, it seems that way at least. For we got to be patient and see. Okay? And as always, I'll keep you guys updated, okay? Now, let's hop into it. Okay, so Retired Legend Olivier costume. Okay, so let us go check her out first, right? Let me do my free pull. Because you never know with a free pull. You know, you could get her. It could happen. Okay, it looks like it didn't happen this time. Okay, let me do my free pull for a maid Leatrice as well. There we go. Okay, and as always, they did add in Deanna. She is also now here, where you can put her for your 12 selectives. So there you go. She is now available. Okay. Gear-wise, let's do my free pull for Tierfing. And I'll go over, like, you know, things like alternative weapons and things like that in this as well. So don't worry about that. I know, guys. It's been one thing after another, right? Okay, so Retired Legend Olivier. Okay, so let's discuss it. Her really, really quickly. Okay. So, let us see. So, if we look at her from +0, correct? So, create a domain on the battlefield for 10 turns, increasing allies' magic attack by 60%. Attack the enemy 6 times, dealing 422 magic damage equal to 50% of your magic attack per hit. Now, obviously, this is going to change because this is based off of your gear stats, so that'll change, okay? Now, she uses 6 SP. Her cooldown time is 15 turns, correct? Okay, so if we're looking at her, right, if you level her one time, well, if you get a copy of her, like I always say, 90% of the time with characters in Brown S2, getting a copy always reduces the SP cost. So in this case, at +1, her SP cost reduces to 5. Now, if you level up her skill tree, it reduces again by another. So then it'll be 4. Okay, altogether. And honestly, the 13 cooldown time, because one of the skill tree skills is reducing the cooldown time for the, you know, activating again. Honestly, you don't have to activate that because literally you're not gonna spend that long on a PvE fight or even a PvP fight. Okay, not even a Fiend Hunter fight. So that's why I say, you know, don't even worry about leveling that skill up in the skill tree if you want to save yourself some, you know, some gems or crystals. Okay. Now, let us see. So at +2, her increases the allies' magic attack goes up by 80% instead of 60%. Okay. And then at +3, the damage that you inflict with her goes up by 15%, so 75% per hit, right? And then a +4 is when Olivier's magical girl increases allies' magic by 100%. Okay. And then a +5, that's when you get the 90% of your magic. Now, this is actually with the skill tree, mind you. It only adds 10% more damage. Okay. But that's what she is in a nutshell with this. Okay. Now, where is she great as an investment? Okay. So, investing her. Okay. So, if you have her other costumes, right? And let's just say, you know, your other costumes are pretty, you know, built up, you know, with plussing, right? Then, in all honesty, seeing her as a +2, if you don't want to go all out for her, you know, then I would say +2 is a balanced way because you're still getting the increase of, you're still increasing your allies' magic attack by 80%, which is still a good chunk. Okay. And if you're also going for the 100%, then you're gonna have to plus 4 her. Yes, this is more of an investment, but that's totally up to you what you want to do with that. Now, as we all know, Magic support in Brownness 2 currently is they're trying to build it back up to balance it out now with physical, because physical right now is they're hitting hard, right? Chain stacking and whatnot and all that. So if you're using a Magic team, right, then obviously Olivier is hands down very, very like great for, you know, support wise. Okay, she's a sub DPS unit. Keep that in mind. Her only DPS costume that she has is her Fallen Wings. That's the only one. But everything else, but all their other costumes, they do provide some sort of support. And this one in particular is for Magic. Gotcha? Okay. So so where am I going to pull her at? Well, since I love Olivier, and you know, I'm still always gonna say to this day, no matter how they change the story in the future, I'm still always gonna say that Olivier, she's incredible. I not only love her design, but I also loved her story and Going Home. Okay? Yeah, I said it. I loved it. I loved it entirely. And I really felt that Going Home was one of her best stories, and her background. You know, having her as a character and seeing her journey in the game, it really was like incredible. Okay? So I'm going to plus 5 her. And I did say this, you know, if you didn't watch me on Twitch, I did say I was going to do this. So let's see if we can unlock her first, right? There we go, Eleanor. See, I love seeing this woman, right? I love seeing her. Okay? Eleanor was like, yeah, I know, all these changes, right? Am I right? Am I right? She's even like, you know, saying it in her head, okay? Okay, so let's see. Emma. Man, my voice is a little raspy. Woke up, like I said, I woke up this morning, man. Just didn't expect any of this drama to happen, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just did not expect it. I don't think, honestly, none of us did. Not even in the subreddit community. People were like, honestly shocked again. Like, it was shocking, you know? You know, here we just wanted to have an update, right? With our favorite MILF and everything. Or one of our favorite MILFs, I should say. There's a lot of them in this game. But, like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, they dropped some news on that with us. Guys, I know the devs didn't want this to happen. Like, you know what I mean? It goes back to the entire thing with the censorship, even back in January, right? So, you know. Okay, Morphia. Okay, so here's the thing. Hold up. Here's the thing. Now, I actually wanted to build up my Apostle Morpheus, so I actually plus 4'd her. So, you know what? I'll take it. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. So I'll take it. Here, let me fix this too. Yeah, there we go. How to adjust this on my game capture here, because I needed it. There we go. Okay. So I'll take a plus 4 Morphia. I'm not mad at it. Honestly, she actually is strong if you know how to use her. The summons that she does, it can actually benefit you in a lot of ways, but you have to know how to use her, you know? Plus, her other costumes give her also a big benefit. Especially her Apostle one, which, it does concentrate fire, but only if you use summons, which just, technically, she's really the only one that does summons for damage. Obviously, the new Deanna is the one that had the support, right? Okay. From here on out, it'll be nothing but Olivier's, right? What's up, Layla? Hopefully, the video isn't too long for you guys. So I try not to make the videos too long, but you know, with what happened, I really felt it had to be addressed, you know? I wasn't about to just not have that be said, you know? Or not explained. Yeah, it really is unfortunate, though, for a lot of players that don't, you know, have Google in their area. It is unfortunate, like, for real, it is. So I really do hope that when the 3rd anniversary does come around, the devs do give us, like, really big news with it. Oh, wow, would you look at that? I actually plus the tier. Okay, so okay guys, so I know I'm not getting Olivier, it looks like, but at least I'm plussing some costumes that I never plus 5 fully. So I plus 4'd her. Okay, so I'll take it. I'll take it. As long as they're characters that I haven't plussed all the way, you know, it's not gonna be all bad. But I mean, this is Olivier's banner, right? This is Olivier's banner. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Morphia in the tier. But like, it's Olivier's banner currently. But hey, like I said, it's not all bad. Not all bad. I'm still able to plus some costumes that are really strong because Tyr is very, very strong. She's actually one of the most she's actually up there with Darian now. When it comes to physical damage, she's up there. Morphia, like I said, if you know how to use her on the field, you're golden. That friend always uses Morphia. For like the for the clone summoning and everything. Tell you, man. He always passes the upper stages in the towers. Unless it's one of the other towers that you can't use magic. I forgot what magic or what tower that was called again. It's a lot. There's a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of them towers. There's a lot of them towers. Okay, here we go. This is Olivier. There she is. Okay, it took some doing to unlock her, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. As long as we got her, right? As long as we got her. So, Retired Legend Olivier. So, nothing but great rolls from here on out, right? Mind you, guys, she is going to be also added into the Powder of Hope shop, so keep that in mind. So, technically, I don't have to plus 5 her as of right now. I'll just do it the Powder of Hope for that, like, 1 extra. Unless I get very lucky and I get, like, 2 pulls with her here, right? Or something like that happens. Okay, so here we go. And Deanna should also be in the Powder Hope shop right now, too, currently. So, which I'll be heading on over myself after this. Whew. Bit of a rough one. Bit of a rough one. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Come on, Olivier. Eleanor! Eleanor, where you at? There you are. There you are. There you are, sweetie. It's always a beautiful face I want to see when I do my pulls. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really still root that. You know, I'm still rooting that she actually gets, you know, a release somewhere down the line. I'm calling it too again. Like, I'm going to call it like I did with Olivier, you know, 2 years ago when I was saying it. Right? There we go. There we go. But yeah, like I was, because I actually said Olivier being added into the game. I said this 2 years ago. If anybody never, you know, watched me back then on Twitch, I was saying it. And then guess what? She got dropped, you know, here in the game then last year. But then we had that entire drama, but I'm not going to get into that. Because that's totally separate. But yeah, they did drop her, though. They did drop her. Then, or introduce her, I should say. They introduced her into the game as being playable. Okay, so a plus wonder, right? So SP cost got reduced. That's lovely. Now we go for the rest. Correct? Okay, so here we go. There we go, Eleanor. Please make my morning. Make my morning with Olivier. Olivier and Eleanor, right? Olivier and Eleanor. I'm looking forward to that new boss. You know, that new Fiend Hunter boss was, it always reminded me of, like, Power Rangers. I'm not sure if anybody actually saw that, like, when they saw the new Fiend Hunter boss look. But I immediately thought back to my childhood. I'm like, dude, this looks like a Power Rangers, like, mech. Like, it honestly did. You know what I mean? It was, like, the first thing that popped into my head when I saw the look of it. And also, I'm very much looking forward to the stories that they have. The everyday life, the slice of life stories. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There she is. There's the beauty. You know, I honestly never thought that Olivier would actually get a new costume so soon. Because it actually does seem very soon that she did. Because when was the last one dropped? The last one was dropped when? I know it was Faithful Wings, Olivier. Just like Eleanor's faithful to me right here. Let's go. Let's go, Eleanor. But I believe that wasn't that like I believe that was like mid-November last year. I believe so. I can always look it up. But I believe it was in like the middle of November. I believe it was. Okay, I got Leckless. Okay, you know what? I've been wanting to build up my Leckless, so you know, it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take Leckless. I've been wanting to build her up, try her out in PvP mode. You know, because I don't really take PvP mode as seriously, but now I kind of do. I've been wondering what I could, formations and who I could use for it. And Leckless is really strong. Her counter ability is insanely strong. Plus, she has a lot of HP. You know? I believe she supplies herself with an energy guard, if I'm not mistaken. Her story, okay, guys, if you never did her story for the, you know, the mini stories that they added in the game, if you never did her story with Lathel, go do it. It's hilarious. Like, she is actually really funny in that one. She's very unhinged, too. But I love it, though. I love it. I love the dialogue, man. Yeah, a lot of the dialogue they used to have back in the day, you know, it was really funny. I mean, it still is from time to time, but back then it was like, you know, it's like, what'd she say, you know? Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. At least I'm getting costumes, like I said, that I haven't plussed. There we go, Eleanor. Bring it in, bring it in. But yeah, like I said, you know, I'm looking forward to the slice of life stories with Deanna, was it Deanna, Olivier, and Valget, right? I don't know why her name escaped me. Sorry, Valget. But yeah, the slice of life stories that they're gonna have with all three of them, all the MILF mommies themselves, right? Well, I should say like among three of them, because there's like so many more, right? Even Beatrice, like Beatrice is really fucking sexy. Honestly, if a lot of the 3 stars, like if they were to ever choose a 3-star, like let's just say it happens, like damn. Beatrice really wanted to be shown here. She's like, don't forget about me. What? A back-to-back Leckless. What is this? She's like, I heard you. It's like, I heard you. You said you need me for PvP. Okay, I got you. I got you. She heard me. She was like, okay, we'll get down to PvP content. But yeah, as long as I'm getting the costumes, I don't have plussing 4 all the way. It's okay. You know I didn't do a Fiend Hunter guide last one, in the last update they had. The reason is because I actually lacked 2 costumes that I felt I needed. Okay, Eleanor, here we go. This is Olivier, right? This is Olivier. Let me put a ring on your finger, Eleanor. Let's make it official. But yeah, that was why I didn't do it, because I lacked having, I think it was the Queen of the Ocean, Rubia, or basically her pirate costume. I believe that's what it's called. And then I actually didn't have Neon Stalker Leatrice. I know, surprisingly, like I played this game for so long and I don't have them still. Isn't that crazy? Like I actually still don't have them. Beatrice is like, don't forget about me again, right? But yeah, I mean, so I didn't really do a guide because I really didn't feel it would have been the best takeaway from it. However, I did make a guide for the boss with the guild raid. Man, Darian hit so hard on that one, like for real. She was strong. I actually saw a method that you could have used. Right, there we go. I'm actually really close to, I'm very close to what, I think, yeah, I can actually get her with the Powder of Hope. Because it's like 191, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 191. Okay, so if I don't get her here, I'll just, you know, do it from here. And then I'll just wait until the update ends to get her in the Powder of Hope shop. Or Eleanor could be like, hey, I got you. I heard you. I heard your voice. I heard your pleas. He's like, I heard your plea there. What if it was Leckless again? Wouldn't that be wild? What if it was like Leckless again? That would be crazy if that happened. In a good way, honestly. Like I said, PvP content. She is still very, I think she's still used on it. Like, I do see people use her still. Oh, this is Eustia's. The Blood Glutton. You know, I actually still use Blood Glutton for PvP content because of the fixed damage. And also, if you level her up, you can actually get an AoE field from her too. She's actually, I believe it's a 9-tile one if I'm not mistaken. It actually covers a lot of ground too. Like, it actually does. She's very effective. Okay, so even though I didn't get Olivier here, but wait, hold up. Let me not say that now. There could be a surprise one amongst them. Because sometimes, you know, you get those. Sometimes you get those surprise ones. They just pop at you. I still remember my roles last year when I was doing Apostle Olivier. And I actually posted it on my YouTube post, right? It was, so after the fact that I actually +4'd Olivier, right? I went to go roll just to see if I can get another copy. And I ended up getting 4 copies of her on a roll, which was crazy. Like I said, it was like one of those things where it's like, well, you know, that's a lot of golden thread because it's like 300 golden thread per, right, roll. Like when you unlock them, you know, but like I already passed it by then, obviously. So, yeah, it was quite something. But yeah, Blood Glutton, she's still used. She's still used. I mean, I still use her. I still think she's strong. I mean, there's a lot of setups you can use with PvP now, especially even with the Golden Coliseum now. Okay, so now that I +4'd her, and I'll +5 her when she's unlocked, because now I have the 100%, you know, increase with allied magic. So she's great where she's at, and then I'll just +5 her. Okay. So we'll take this right here, correct? So, let's go take a look at her. Let me see. Companions. There she is. Right? Okay, so now that I have the magic increase, like I said, let's go level up her skill tree a little bit. I still got to collect more crystals. I tried to collect as many as I could because I was actually saving up for Deanna's, right? And by the way, with Deanna's, what's it called? My God, my mind. With Deanna's magical innovator costume, right? I actually managed to +4 her in the end because it was like basically last minute pulls, you could say. I was like, you know, because I said that at the time I was only going to +1 her, right? Because really, you know, she was great where she was at, and I was going to slowly level her up in time because we had Olivier, right? But I was like, you know what? I want to try and boost her up a little bit more. And I actually did very well with the pulls. I +4'd her. Ended up +4'ing her, and I was like, wow, you know, that's incredible. Now I can get more property damage. Even more so with her. Okay, so the most important ones I would say would be the SP consumption and is reduced by 1. And then obviously the skill increases for, you know, the attack. This one you don't have to do, but if you want to just level her up all the way just to have it completed, go for it. I wouldn't blame you either because I'm going to do it. Even though I said I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, you know, that's just me. But realistically with her, you don't have to do this because you're really never going to use or go up to like 13 turns in a PvE or a PvP match if you're using her, or even in a Fiend Hunter boss. It ain't gonna happen. Okay. Um. But yeah. So well, unless technically if you go into, I should say technically if you go into overtime mode there, or death timer mode, I should say. If you do actually go into that mode, technically yes, you can use it. But that's like one of those areas where like you don't want to enter because even though your damage increases, right? Their damage increases too. So that's why you never want to get up to those timers, especially if you're doing it on harder difficulties. Okay, so right now we have her at +4. Go to +5 her when she drops in the Powder of Hope, right? And then I'm gonna level up her attack more, so it's gonna be at 75% instead, right? 75%, right? Yeah, 75%. So I'll do that in time. But yeah, so let me go equip her with some gear, which I think I did already, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, guys, so let's get it started. Let's build a team up for her. And just real quick with the shop, so you guys can see who's in it, right? Medical Club Terese, she's still here. Everything's still in cooldown time. By the way, the month is ending, so all of this is going to reset. So if you didn't purchase anything here now, and you have the golden thread, right? And also your other, like, materials for the Evil Castle, Guild Shop, right? The Coliseum Shop. All of this is resetting, okay? So keep that in mind. It's the 26th. So if you don't want to lose out on tickets and materials, I would literally buy it now. Okay, remember, it's 28 days in February, right? I don't think it's a leap year. So regardless, I would get them now, okay? Especially the tickets and the Tears of the Goddess. The essences, I would do them too, okay? Normally, I don't get the essences here in the Golden Thread shop because I like to save my Golden Thread. But if you want to do it, like I said, do it now. Okay, so Powder of Hope, if we're looking at... Oh my god, look who it is. Dude, it's Leckless. Wow, right? That's wild. Oh, Layback Lifeguard Nebris has been added. Okay, so these are the two that they added. Apostle Blade, here she is. Excellent for countering. She's still one of the strongest. Even though her health isn't high, I would say still that she is still an investment. She is still strong, like insanely strong with physical. The only reason why she's not up there next to Darian and Tyr is because of how squishy she is with, like, with taking damage, because her health bar is really low. Like, her health itself is low. That's why you always want to, like, protect her if you can with an energy barrier or an energy guard, right? But regardless, I would say she's still up there, like the top. I would say even top 5 physical, she is still the strongest. Now, Magical Innovator Deanna, which I did say I would do, just to +5 her up. There we go. Now, as for me, I am actually going to get Nebris, because Nebris is still strong. And she is also up there with physical. In fact, her new hire, right, Nebris costume is still one of the best when it comes to supporting, or I should say when buffing. Because all of her attacks, they increase the more buff she has. That's why she's still like the queen in Last Night mode, because that's all you do is buff. Now, I'm actually going to do Leckless here. You know why? Because I +4'd her, and I'm just going to +5 her now. There we go, guys. She is now +5. That's wild how it was actually Leckless, because I read the dev notes, and it actually didn't mention Leckless or Nebris. So I was like, I wonder who the 2 are going to be, or 3, because sometimes they have 3. But, that's wild, right? Okay, so now that I got her, and also Grimhilder is in the Mirror War shop, I would go for her too, because she is still used for PvP content for her taunt and her energy guard abilities. But that's another discussion. Okay, so let's go test out Magical Girl Olivier. Sorry, my mind tonight, or today. God, I can't talk today. With all this drama happening, right? It's just got me in a haze here. Okay, so I'll BRB with this. So it's a quick transition because I gotta set up my team. Okay, so be right back. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Wait a second. Put a pause on that. It's a watertight. Oh, that's right. Ooh, who could I showcase this one with? Wait a minute. How can I showcase Olivier? Because I was just gonna use the Fiend Hunter boss. Right, Valje? That's what I mean, I guess I can go up against the enemies here, technically. But they might die really quickly. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try it out. Give me a moment to adjust my team here real quick, and we'll hop to it, okay? Okay, guys, I am back. So I got my team ready here. So let's go do some test runs, right? Let's go do some testing. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Wanted to see the animation. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so here we have it, right? Okay, so we're going to level up, or yeah, not level up, my god. We're gonna buff up Olivier, right? Since technically she is the heavy hitter in this case. Gonna use a Lanier to apply vulnerability, right? Okay, so I use preemptive for Olivier because it also enhances her magic attack, I believe by 90% if I'm not mistaken, right? So, yeah. Apostle Olivier, by the way. It also provides her with evading 3 times, okay? So let's see here. Yeah, see, magic attack boost. So we got further magic attack boost with Apostle Olivier, okay? And now let's see. I can either use her Fallen Wings Olivier to just knock these enemies out, or, you know, defeat them. So, but we're showcasing Olivier's, you know, new costume. So let's take a look at her new costume. Obviously, it says KO. I don't think we're really going to get a good look at this just because of the fact that these enemies are weaker to me. So we'll just try and get to the higher stages, to 5, right? Maybe it'll showcase it a little bit better. I don't know why I thought the Power Rangers Fiend Hunter boss was like, you know, why was the Dark Elemental? Maybe it was because, you know, I was like, you know, guess all the excitement, right, for the new update happened. Honestly, I was really excited for the new update. I was wondering, you know, how am I going to tackle this, right? How am I going to showcase Olivier too, right? There's Olivier, right? Pulling anything out of her body. Okay, and then I guess we'll just do the rest here, right? I think they'll all just, like, die instantly. So, the reason why I have Rafithia also is because she also increases property damage. And if you do have her poolside one as well, she does level up light property even more so than the other properties. That's why I also have her on here. So, that's another big reason. I think they're just going to get, like, knocked out regardless, guys. I think this is GG's for all of them. What am I doing? My god. What's wrong with me? Okay, here we go. I'll just do it this way. Oh boy. I tell you. It's been one hell of a year, guys. It's been one hell of a year. Dude, I love that laser. In all honesty, the visual for her attack, you know, when I saw it in the PV trailer before it got, you know, sniped off YouTube. Oh my gosh, let me oh, what's this? What is going on with that? Is she, oh man, are we having some optimization or something issues with this? Because it's not the, GPG. I don't know, that just could be a bug. Oh yeah, that makes me wonder if there are any bugs. Oh my gosh, I didn't discuss that. What if there... So if there are any bugs, right? Would they actually... I mean, they did say they would do their best when it came to the dev notes, right? I didn't think about that. Ooh. Yeah, I actually didn't think about that. See, now I'm worried again. I mean, it still makes me wonder as to why they couldn't just have the PC client there still, you know? Because, I mean, it wasn't bothering anybody. At least I would like to think so, you know? Like, it literally wasn't. Okay, so we have her here, right? I don't know. I don't think I saw the bug again. I think it's just an effect. I don't think that's supposed to be a bug. I think that's just an effect showing she's going back and forth, maybe? Oh, man. I know, guys. This is like one thing after another, right? Hi, hi. Well, let's get them debuffs, right? And turn it into power here. Because that's what they do. You can turn it into power. Okay, so I guess we'll do this then next. Dude, that 13 cooldown time, man. it's wild. Okay, so I mean it is, guys. That is a wild cooldown time. I honestly wonder why they do it like this now, you know? Like why we have all these like cooldown times that are like this long. Like even Deanna's last one was like 15 turns, you know? Okay, so yeah, I had to see it on her other I had to see it on her magical girl one though. Okay, so we'll do this, do that. Do that, and let's see. We do this. Make the magic increase, right? There we go. Okay then, let's see. Property damage increases. It's a lot of property damage increase for this team. Like, a lot. Okay, so let's see here. Honestly, I'm not sure if that is a bug. It could just be with the transformation. I don't know. We'll see in the dev notes, right? See if I'm right or wrong about that one. Okay, so it's this guy from Edda. Dude, I remember him in the Contract Wars story. Okay, so let's see here. Guess we'll just do this. Okay, so this mofo added a barrier. Let's see. You can get all three of them back there. that. So do this. Let's see. I think if anything, I think we're good with this, right? Elenir. The special skin, right? For the 1000th day, and I messed that up entirely. You know what? It's all good. I won this regardless. 'Tis all good. Let's just end this fight. Don't want to drag it out. Elenir was supposed to hit the middle, but, you know, I still won. Okay, so that was the showcase of Olivier. What do you guys think? You think it's a winner? What do you guys think? What do you think, Valche? I know we're still waiting for Valche here. But honestly, the well, technically if you level up her skill tree, the 13 turn cooldown time or the 15 turn cooldown time, it is a lot. Yes, that is a lot. I don't think technically I could really well, I don't know. I mean, in my honest opinion, she still increases the magic attack of allies. So that there still is a very nice, you know, thing to have, especially for magic, okay? But it's her own attack that you can't do, right? That's the thing about it. And after the 10 turns is up, you have to wait for her cooldown time to, you know, reset itself. You have to wait for it to reset. So, in all honesty, I do believe she's really great. But at the same time, it could also be like, it's more along the lines of waiting, you know, of what to do, sort of thing. Like, what do you do in the meantime then, right? Since you can't use that skill again for all those turns. That's why I say having her other costumes is very important, okay? It's very important that you have them, okay? But, that was the showcasing for her. Gonna look now into these the slice of life stories here. So best home cook, shady business, and using it wrong. Using it wrong. Using it wrong. I wonder what that could entail. The wand, maybe? Olivier, you want to explain? So here are the new slice of life stories. Okay, if you want to access them, they're here. I don't think they're doing anything with a quiz like how they did with the Valentine one. That was actually a fun event. But yeah, I don't think they're doing anything with that. But other than that, guys, I believe that's what's going to do it for this video. That was basically all the news I wanted to share because I don't believe her... Yeah, I don't think her Fated Guest story is currently out, right? It's supposed to be dropped a little later this month. Or not this month, next month. So we are going to be getting her Fated Guest story. So guys, I know it's tough, right? Our favorite MILF, right? You know, but we're going to have to wait. Got my waifus in here, Ventana, Eclipse, Luvencia, Rafina. Then you got Jade. Jade in here. Then you got Jaden. But I think that's what it's gonna do for this video because there's really nothing else to show. So with that being said, guys, I do hope that, like I said before, things go very well for this new PC launcher they're discussing. That it's supposed to be dropping on their 3rd anniversary. Hopefully, there's no issues leading to that because that would honestly, I think, if there was, that would most likely end the game because nobody wants to do Google. Like, you know, nobody likes that censor BS. Believe me, they'll censor a lot of it if they have full control over Brown does too. You know, in that sense, with it being on their, you know, client, yeah, it would be bad. But other than that, have a good one, guys. Take care, stay safe, and like I said, I'll keep you up to date on the latest with this current situation. My final thoughts with switching to the GPG. Me personally, guys, I mean, it's up to you if you want to risk things. Because like I said, I'm not sure if that was a bug, you know, with what I saw with Olivier there, right, at the victory screen with the changing. I'm not sure if that was. But the thing is, since they ended their support with the game, well, I should say they ended their support with the PC launcher for the standalone. I'm not sure if they'll fix it for this current update, right? If there are any bugs, right? but we'll just have to see, okay? But with that being said, take care, stay safe and healthy, and I'll catch you all in the next Brown 2 video, guys. Take care.